up on this edition of ATV News.
Blood is in high demand all the time.
We'll show you how many lives you could save by donating blood.
Make everybody more unified.
You might notice US-USA elections look a little different this year. We'll tell you what you need to know to vote.
Obviously, we're thinking about what we thought the students would like, but also keeping it tied to what an authentic Mardi Gras looks like.
We'll show you the purpose behind the party.
Men's basketball had to score at least 75 points against San Jose State to win free ice cream for everyone at the game. I'll show you if the Aggies scooped up enough shots in sports.
The snow on the ground is starting to melt. I'll let you know when we could get some fresh powder in weather.
All that and more, this is ATV News.
Instead of just have this word of we're suspending the program, to us that means they're cutting it and it's gone, it's over, it's done. And for us, that's not acceptable.
This is the reaction of one deaf community member after meeting with the College of Education's dean. They met because the dean suspended the master's track of American Sign Language. Welcome to this edition of ATV News. I'm Kayla Peterson.
And I'm Yvonne Vass.
The deaf community is upset because the College of Education's dean has suspended a master's program. The program trains students to teach deaf children school subjects in American Sign Language.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, Justin. Al Smith. Pleasure to meet you.
Deaf community members met with the dean yesterday behind closed doors to discuss why he suspended the program that they say benefits the deaf community.
You know, it's like someone died. We feel this immense sense of grief, and that is how it felt. It was just, within the deaf community, it was like we have this amazing thing that's now gone.
We asked the dean for a comment. He referred us to an announcement he published February 2nd saying the program is suspended while the university looks at weaknesses in their undergraduate program and looks at job prospects for master grads.
The American Red Cross says the United States is in a dangerous blood shortage. Emma Fates shows us why this is the worst it's been in decades and how you can help.
I'm gonna double tape you because you look like a strong guy.
Nurses tape needles to about 30 people throughout this blood drive in Mendon.
John, you're too low maintenance. If I had like 10 of you, we would have plenty of blood.
But the U.S. doesn't have enough. The Red Cross says we are in a blood shortage.
The amount of blood that we normally have available to provide to hospitals has lessened at least 10% across the country.
The Red Cross says 80% of their blood comes from mobile drives, which COVID-19 has limited.
The school is closed or a business is doing all their work remotely. That has created challenges. We've had to find other locations.
COVID has also kept donors away, but the Red Cross says the need is constant.
We can't stockpile blood. It has to be a consistent supply.
Now, the Red Cross says you can donate blood about every 56 days. And when you do come in, you'll donate about a pint or 2 of these cups. Now, if this looks like a lot to you, the Red Cross says every donation can save up to 3 lives.
It's a good feeling that you know that you're doing something that is helping everybody.
And if a needle makes you queasy, the Red Cross says their phlebotomists help you feel comfortable.
Thank you. I tried, Don, just for you.
And after just a few squeezes, donors say it's all worth it.
We all need it sometimes, and who knows, you know, I mean, I might need it sometime. So it's just for common good of our community.
Everybody, if they're in good health and fit the requirements, should donate blood, because it's painless. It doesn't hurt, and it doesn't take very much time.
The way you feel when you're able to donate blood and know you're potentially saving 3 lives is so incredibly worth it.
Emma Fates, ATV News.
The Red Cross says sponsoring a blood drive or even completing the training to draw blood at drives are a couple ways to get involved if you can't donate blood.
In other health news, COVID cases seem to be going down for Utah State University. As of February 8th, the Utah Department of Health reports over 905,000 cases in Utah, more than 32,000 hospitalizations, and more than 4,000 deaths due to COVID. In the Bear River Health District, there are more than 50,000 cases, almost 2,000 hospitalizations, and 210 deaths. Utah State University updated case counts on February 3rd. There were 1,114 active cases among students, staff, and faculty, which is down 312 cases from the week before. This brought the average of new cases per week from 103 cases to a little over 51. USU's final on-campus vaccine clinic will be held February 16th from 9 a.m. to noon at the ECHLS Conference Center. They will offer the first, second, and booster doses of the Pfizer vaccine. But if you can't make the clinic that day, USU says Bear River Health Department, some pharmacies, and health providers will continue to provide vaccinations in and around Logan.
Have you or a loved one ever thought of harming yourself? Bingo may not be the answer, but as KAINOA Johnson shows, it might just help.
I-18.
That cry was heard all night at this charity event. These people were here for bingo, prizes, and suicide awareness.
We're trying to do something a little different that should be really amazing as soon as it gets off the ground all the way.
Event organizer Jamie Butters says he's using his own nonprofit and coffee shop to raise awareness for suicide and self-harm.
Mental health is a huge issue across the country. There's 40 people a week in Cache Valley hospitalized for trying to self-harm. There's 70 people a day in Utah hospitalized for trying to self-harm.
The event crowd filled the building. For $10, they could support the cause, fill their bellies, and have a chance at winning some prizes with bingo.
Oh, 69.
Butters says his dedication to the cause doesn't end with just the nonprofit. He says even his baristas here at Cache Coffee are equipped and trained to handle mental health, meaning they'll sit down and talk with you to try to find the best place to seek professional help.
This is about suicide prevention, and I have a brother who committed suicide, so I definitely understand the impact that it has on the lives around the suicide and especially the life taken.
ATV News, KAINOA Johnson.
Butters says the Eagles raised $5,300 from Saturday's bingo night.
Utah State student body officers have a goal to become more unified across the state. I had the chance to find out how they could do that.
So I know Utah State was working a lot with USU Eastern, so their student association could be affiliated with our student association. So that had got passed, a bunch of students voted, and majority had voted to be included with our student association. And so now Utah State University Eastern with Utah State University will be under one umbrella.
This new announcement could make an impact on different campuses across the state.
I think once we get used to it, it'll help make everybody more unified and make it actually feel like it kind of all is like one school, even though they're separate locations, instead of making it feel like it's two completely separate schools.
Student officials say voting is important. You can vote by pulling out your phone and going to vote.usu.edu.
It's really important that you make sure that you vote someone that you feel comfortable and know that will get the job done and advocate for you.
We deserve to have a say in who's kind of like representing us. Like, we deserve to be a part of that, to decide who's gonna represent us and lead us and all of that good stuff.
With elections coming up, there will be a candidate debate on Tuesday, February 15th at noon in the TSC.
You may know Mardi Gras as an annual celebration in New Orleans, but JC Caldwell shows us what USU is doing to bring that culture to the students here.
Thank you. Okay, you guys are good. Right down there, you'll get some wristbands.
A ticket got you in the door, but the beads handed out by volunteers is what really set the tone for the night's celebrations. With traditional Mardi Gras colors all around, people could pet reptiles, snap a pic, hit the dance floor, or bet against the dealer in blackjack. And although there wasn't a parade, organizers say they worked hard to bring the New Orleans culture to USU.
Sometimes when people think of Mardi Gras, like they think of like different cultures and all of that. And so just being able to have this event allows for people to sort of think of maybe things in a different way and like really like allow people's perspectives to sort of open up.
This new perspective can even mean socially accepting tutu pants in public.
Some people will dress in like crazy outfits, like just even costumes. And then some people will usually just wear casual green, yellow, purple shirts with jeans. Like, it's honestly up to you what you're comfortable with.
Bright colors, masks, beads, and feathers are all common at Mardi Gras celebrations. And although the real party in New Orleans isn't until March 1st this year, USU organizers say that they've done everything they can to make this event as authentic as possible.
I am from New Orleans, so I did my best to put everything I know about Mardi Gras into this event, so it's pretty authentic, if I do say so myself.
Despite Gardner's best efforts with music and entertainment, some students say they still don't get the point.
I know it's a New Orleans thing. It's just like just like a big party, you know. There's a big parade. I've only seen snippets of it in movies. I don't really know what it's all about, like what's the history behind it or anything like that.
But organizers say when planning, they tried to strike a balance.
We obviously were thinking about what we thought the students would like, but also keeping it tied to what an authentic Mardi Gras looks like.
JC Caldwell, ATV News.
USU has held this event every February since the late 90s and plans to continue the tradition. The first Mardi Gras took place in the late 90s of the 1600s. After the festivities, I wanted to find out where Mardi Gras comes from and why we celebrate it.
Bright colors and music excite the eyes and ears at both Mardi Gras parties and St. John's Episcopal Church. The symbols are the same.
Even the colors used in Mardi Gras, the purple, the green, and the gold, are all religious symbolic colors.
But the meaning of Mardi Gras might be different for partiers than for parishioners.
Unfortunately for them, it has no meaning at all, except a thing to go have fun.
To Father Jason,
it's a day in which we celebrate that God has given us an incredible gift through Christ, the gift of love, the gift of reconciliation.
though some might not know about that meaning, Father Jason says anyone, no matter their religion, is welcome to celebrate.
It's not just for any one group of people, it's for everyone.
The holiday goes by many names and is observed by many cultures.
Mardi is a Tuesday in French. And Shrove Tuesday, Mardi Gras, Fat Tuesday, they're all the same.
It all wraps into this religious traditions that are very rich in both French, Spanish, and English-speaking world, and we've all just come to celebrate them in our own way.
Churchgoers say celebrations may look different, but no matter the background,
everybody loves a party.
The festivities help churchgoers get ready to sacrifice their self-indulgence.
This is called the Book of Common Prayer. Churchgoers use it for ceremonies of the church and other rites. Right now I'm on a page about Ash Wednesday. Ash Wednesday is the day after Mardi Gras.
Once you hit Ash Wednesday, the celebration's over. That next day is a much more quieter day.
Ash Wednesday is the first day of Lent.
It is a chance to prepare for the coming of Christ.
Kramer kneels in these pews every morning once Lent starts. For the 40 days of Lent, parishioners say they choose to give something up.
I tend to give up coffee for Lent, and since I always start out the day with a cup of coffee, that's a sacrifice.
Father Jason says it isn't just about what you give up.
But it's also equally about what do we take on.
Father Jason says he is happy to sacrifice during this time because he believes Jesus Christ sacrificed more.
He gave everything for us.
St. John's Episcopal Church celebrates Shrove Tuesday, their version of Mardi Gras, with a pancake dinner to welcome Lent on March 1st. And coming up.
I don't know why. I can't believe they're closing. It's really sad.
We'll tell you what store closure made that mature freshman sad.
First place, drum roll please. 67 votes.
Find out which kid made their chocolate dreams come true. I bet that cute little squirrel is cold. When we come back, KAINOA Johnson will tell us about the weather. The current temperature is 37 degrees.
Coming to college with high male expectations? Oh, don't be fooled.
No. Oh,
Are your male expectations not meeting reality? Let your male expectations become a reality at USU Dining Services.
birthday today.
Oh, you should pick that up.
Oh, you're such a dork. Loser. Here, let me help you with that. Oops.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Oh, look. Your crush is looking at you. Or you.
They want to help, but don't know how.
See, no one here's gonna help you, because no one
Teach your
likes you.
kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
I can't help but think of forever when I think of you. In dreams and in love, there are no impossible. If I know what love is, it is because of you. You are my heart, my life, my one and only thought.
I know that I'm falling in love with you.
Beth's Bistro, The Junction, Noni's Cafe, USU Dining Services, love, you.
Hello and welcome to ATV Weather. We're going to take my name's KAINOA Johnson. We're going to take a look at our national radar here. If we just look back here to our neighbors up north, see in Montana and South Dakota, we're starting to see a bit of a storm system that's going to dump some heavy snow on them as we move east to Lake Superior. This region, we have a very similar looking weather system that's going to swirl around and hit Wisconsin and Michigan. And as we go down, again, we're going to see another small storm system here hit all the way from Pennsylvania to Tennessee, off the coast of the East Coast, off the coast of North Carolina, down in Florida. We're going to see another storm system starting to form off their coast. And let's take a look stateside to our Utah weather report. There's not a whole lot happening right now in Utah, so that will change as we look at our 7-day forecast. Here on Monday, our high was supposed to be 34. Luckily, that has warmed up for us, so things are starting to look a little nicer. Moving through Thursday to Sunday, or Saturday, I mean, sorry, more of the same. Going to be around 36. Sunday, finally going to warm up a little bit to 39, peaking into the 40s. It's going to be nice and sunny. Go outside, soak up some of that sun while you can. And Monday, again, a little more cloud coverage, but it is getting warmer. And unfortunately, on Tuesday, we are going to see some more snow, a little 40% chance, but the weather is going to drop down into the 30s. That's all we have for you in weather. Back to you, Yvonne.
Thanks, KAINOA. Some of you get your hair cut every month, and the campus barbershop made that easier. But as ATV's Jake Ellis explains, you need to look for a new place, and the place needs a new look.
The TAGGART Student Center at Utah State University hosts hundreds of students every day, but one service at the TSC closed recently.
The last few semesters, I've got my hair cut here quite a few times. I sure will miss it because it sure is a blessing to just walk right through and get my hair cut real quick on the way to class.
Other students say the closure won't affect them.
I did not know that the barbershop was closing until now. I personally don't really use it, so that's probably why.
The TSC's director, Ray Cheatham, said the barbershop closed because the owner did not renew their lease. The shop had been open for nearly 50 years.
With the blinds now closed at the barbershop, the TSC has posted a QR code survey that students can scan to choose between several potential options to replace the shop.
Cheatham said this survey will help us measure interest on a few existing ideas and collect new ideas. We have already received hundreds of responses. Some of those responses include
arcade maybe or something like that, something to bring people here to do would be cool.
A several-hour daycare option for parents who have little kids and need to get stuff done up here on campus. And the more I thought about that, I thought, you know what? That could be super helpful to families, parents, anybody who's got somebody that they've got to watch and be with.
I think it would be really nice if they added an additional food option that was open later in the day and had items that were quick to get.
Food would also be a really good option because I do think the food is lacking a little bit here, just having been on other college campuses.
Jake Ellis, ATV News.
If you want to fill out the survey about what should replace the barbershop, the link for it is on our Facebook page.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory could have been a childhood dream of yours, and one group of students got a taste of how it would be.
For this project, you get to pretend that you are Willy Wonka.
Teachers gave students the assignment to create a chocolate bar after reading Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. The students then presented their idea to the class, and then students voted for their favorite design. The winner's reward was to get their idea made into a reality at the Aggie Chocolate Factory.
First place, drum roll please. 67 votes, campfire.
I'm really proud of myself that I created something and I actually won it and everything.
Administration brought the top 6 students to the Aggie Chocolate Factory, where the winner brought their chocolate bar idea to life. Administrators say they are grateful to USU for helping them bring the assignment to life. Aggie Chocolate Factory says that they will be selling the winning bar for, quote, a while. And coming up. If you like that dunk, we will show you some even better ones in sports.
A really spiritual experience, being on top of a mountain and looking over the landscape.
We'll show you how to reach new heights safely.
Listen, you're my friend.
I noticed you haven't really been yourself recently.
Yeah, I feel like something's up.
How are you?
Are you okay?
Is there anything you want to talk about?
I just want to know how you're feeling.
And listen, even if you don't know what to say, I'm here to talk.
No matter what you're going through,
I just want you to know I'm here.
I've got your back. When you want to talk, I'm here.
Horvath one-on-one. What was that? Holy smoke! Horvath one-on-one. What was that?
Full of times. Brandon Horvath was pulling moves like this all week, earning him America First Credit Union USU Student Athlete of the Week. Welcome to ATV Sports. I'm Emma Fates. Diving back into men's basketball, Horvath wasn't the only Aggie that came to play on Thursday against San Jose State. Number 3, Stephen Ashworth knocks in a 3 right here and then launches another one right here. Max Shulga gets some action of his own, stepping back and sinking the 3. The Spartans move in and number 10, Amari Moore lays one up and in, but never fear, Justin Bean is here. He gets this one after that no-look pass from Horvath. Jones drives in here and just gets that scoop shot. Sean Bairstow makes this one off the glass before we come back to this Horvath dunk. Yes, I will make you watch it again and from multiple angles. Horvath, well, he does it again with another two-handed dunk. The Spartans, they come in and sink this long 3, but we come right back to Horvath banking the 3 after the handoff from Shulga. Now that was a fast play, but this pass from Bean to Shulga to Bairstow, well, if you blinked, you might have missed it. Bean finishes us off with this 3 right there, and he's eating up his free Culver's ice cream along with the Spartans as the Aggies take it 78-62.
One of the great home courts in all of college basketball, Logan, Utah.
You heard him. The Spectrum was on fire on Saturday, as it always is against UNLV. Stephen Ashworth starts the Aggies out here with a 3-pointer. Bairstow cuts here and passes to the corner where Horvath shoots, and he scores. UNLV turns around and launches this deep 3 right on the buzzer, but Trevin Dorius hands it right back to them with this dunk. Ashworth drives in with the green shoes, you can see from a mile away, and passes to Bean, who cuts in for the shot. Number 15, Rylan Jones denies UNLV here. He drives down the court and lays it up and in. Sean Bairstow with some fancy footwork and arms moving, I'm not sure where, but he nudges that one in as well. Stephen Ashworth sinks another deep 3, followed by another 3 from none other than Justin Bean. Bean led the team with 32 points this game. UNLV sinks a three-pointer of their own right there, but it just can't compare to this buzzer beater from Brandon Horvath. While we're on the subject of Horvath, we might as well take a look at another dunk. He got pretty good at these this week. Bairstow scoops this shot right here up and in before we come to Ashworth, who passes to Jones, who passes back to Ashworth, who nails the shot. Ashworth scored 14 points this game, and you can see the Aggies are pretty excited about it. Coming up, he drives in here to sink another shot. He'll start and stop and start again, and then nails the shot. Horvath passes to Bean, and Bean makes this one. Bean here again, this time with a shot that, well, it bounces and then it rolls and then it finally lands home for three. Finishing out here with this one-handed dunk from Horvath, and that will do it. The Aggies defeat the Runnin Rebels 90-75. The Aggies moved to a 5-game winning streak after their victory over UNLV, but sadly that streak was crushed at the Wyoming Cowboys on Tuesday as the Aggies fell 76-78 in overtime. The next shot the Aggies will get to restore their streak is on Friday at the Spectrum against Nevada. Women's basketball also took on UNLV on Saturday at the Spectrum. After a quick team huddle, the Aggies were off. Number 32, Quezada, starts the Aggies off with this off-the-glass shot. Lacey Hawthorne takes a big three here and sinks it. Laytone crosses over and lays this one up and in. UNLV drives in and makes this one right here and then sinks another three right here, but Quezada hits this jumper in response. Layton passes to Lacey, and Lacey is wide open. No one around, and she easily makes a bucket. Quezada hits a shot block before UNLV gets into a rhythm and hits these back-to-back shots. But before they can make too many, Quezada steps in with another shot block. And right here you can see that. And then Harris passes to Laytone, where Laytone sinks the three-pointer. This three-point shot goes wide, but Quezada banks the shot off the catch. Senior guard Kaylin Wendowa hits this shot, and Quezada snags a jumper right here to round out her 17-point game. But it wasn't enough. The Aggies fell to UNLV 60-72. Utah State held its first indoor meet since 2009 on Saturday at the Aggie Speed and Power Meet. Senior Marion Garrett won pole vault with a height of 3.8 meters. On the men's side, freshman Johnny Cruz set a facility record for the 600 meters. Men's tennis traveled to Weber State, where they recorded a 5-2 victory. This is the Aggies' 8th straight win against the Wildcats. Women's tennis took on Idaho State here on Saturday, where they lost to the Bengals 4-3. Gymnastics hosted a tri-meet on Friday against Southern Utah University and Ball State. USU opened the meet scoring a 49.025 on vault. Trinity Brown nails this vault right here, and Rebecca Wells hits this one. She led the Aggies and placed third in the event. Maya Fishwick won on bars right here, and Sophie Sullivan is close behind right here. The Aggies scored high in beam. That was a nice dismount right there, and we're coming up on one more beam from Sophie Sullivan. And the Aggies finish it out on floor. All right, and that rounds out the Aggies gymnastics performance. We're gonna end sports. You're all caught up. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Emma. Well, thanks for joining us on this edition of ATV News.
You can find this edition and any others on our Facebook page.
Cache Valley, we hope that your week is a party. We'll leave you with some more shots of Mardi Gras.